If you are ready for better mornings, I have just the thing for you. Yes, after long waits by many of you who have emailed, asked me, pre-ordered, today is the day. The Good Morning Good Life Planner is back in stock at Amy Landino Co, and I am finally unveiling our restock to you. I can't even. Been waiting for this forever. If you're new around here, you may or may not know I've written a couple of books that help you with your mornings. Everything in my morning routine arsenal has been inspired by the book that I wrote, Good Morning Good Life, including my recent book, which is a page-a-day reader, 365 Days of Good Morning Good Life. But today is not about that unless you want it to be. Those are available in the store too. Today the planners are back in stock, and when I say that you will have better mornings because of this planner, it is because you know that the advice in those books is pretty darn good. And this planner helps you make sure you stay accountable and check the boxes to starting the day on your terms so that you can go after the life you want. So before we go into why this is the morning routine partner of dreams, I would like to introduce you to a few of my friends. This is so exciting. Okay, we're gonna talk about this in just a minute, but these are our old friends, okay? I would like you to meet Lemon Drop Yellow. Lemon Drop Yellow has been with us for so long, and she's more beautiful than ever before. This is Deep Forest Green, who really got a great makeover, I have to say. This color has always been so hard to nail because I wanted something deep and beautiful for those earthy toned lovers out there, and I think we finally nailed it. It's just so, oh my gosh, it's just such a vibe. Like, it really is like that deep green that I've been going for. Next, we have Ice Baby Blue, which is still true and true. It is exactly how it has always been, and I just absolutely love it. It's bright, it's airy. It's for those of you who are like, I need something that captures the eye but goes with what I'm wearing, and I'm not a pink person. I hear you. And that is why we have Ice Baby Blue. This special moment, this is a one-time drop. This is Desert Dawn Pink. You might remember Bambino Rosa Pink. We do not have that in stock anymore. This is a fresh take on pink for us. We wanted something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more toned down, something that goes with the beige life, something that goes with the hot pinks, but kind of stands back while the hot pink pops. I love it. It is so beautiful. It really goes for those people who are very like toned down about their planner. This is Desert Dawn Pink, and it still has like really the special touch of the extra yellow lemons in the print. So I'm already a huge fan. We only have 500 of these. That's it. Desert Dawn, once it sells, it's done. Goodbye. One-time drop. I'm obsessed. I don't know why it's a one-time drop. I might have to change my mind. We'll see. So you can choose any color, the one that's best for you, pair it with the books, and you'll be all set. All of that linked at Amy Landino Co. So check that out in the description. Today I want to share with you how this is going to make your mornings better for your life. Let's pop open Desert Dawn so I can show you exactly why this is going to change the game for you. First, you've got this little entry page here. This is like me coaching you, but when you're in your planner and you're trying to get refocused on what's important to you, read these blurbs. And I point this out because it's very critical that you remember to be honest about your why. So the first place that we're going to go is your goal setting section. Your annual goals, your why, these are going to be the things that remind you why you wake up every day. Why are we waking up early? Am I going to wake up early? Am I not going to wake up early? How have I designed the life that I want based on what I am seeking? If you have that clearly defined in these places, you can always refer back to it. But what I mentioned in that first section is to be honest about your why. This is the biggest thing that people mess up. They want to write the thing in the why or in their goals that they would also write in like an Instagram bio. Like they need to promote it and let everyone know how our intentions are just so spot on. If it is not going to literally get you out of bed every day, who cares? Knowing why you do what you do, knowing what your goals are, what you're setting out for, and feeling that in you. Feeling that moment of, yes, that would be so cool. That's the kind of thing that makes action happen. And it needs to feel true to you. So when you come here to your why do you do what you do? Be honest about it. I tell you what, my why when I first started my business was that I wanted to stay home with my handicapped dog. Really, I felt guilty leaving her every day. I literally came home every lunch to walk her. I got out of there as soon as possible to take care of her because I had no one else. It was just the two of us. And I thought, what if I just stayed home with her? That would be so cool. Rest in peace, Lucy. Actually, she's on my shelf. She's on my shelf back there. Thank you for inspiring me to start my business and do what I do, because now that time and location flexibility has been paying off in so many other ways in my life. And it all started because I just wanted to hang out with my dog. And that's exactly what we did. I worked on my business and hung out with my dog. So be honest about your why, because even if it changes over time, and it will, because we evolve and we become different people and we learn new skills and things look different. If this is true to you now, it will get you going. And when it changes, maybe in a year after you get done with this planner, your why will change and you will keep moving because you're being honest with yourself about what gets you going. Now, don't forget your annual goals. You do not need to fill up every single one of these sections. You don't need 3 goals for the whole year for each of these sections. It's what speaks to you right now. What areas are you going to be paying the most attention to get you where you want to be 12 months from now? Set those goals. I always encourage people to think about goals that have to do with actions you can take. What is a controllable that you can put down as an annual goal? This gets us thinking in terms of standards instead of resolutions. Instead of resolving for something, what if your standard was higher? That is an excellent idea for an annual goal. So remember, these pages are something you might even want to put your bookmark here, because they're going to remind you, why are you waking up to journal? Why are you going to go to that appointment today? Why are you going to make sure to show up to the gym? Why do those things happen? Because we come back here and we see, what are we setting out for and why does it matter to us? Now you're gonna have your monthly spread, of course, everything's undated, and we're going to get into the monthly details. You might wanna take your annual goals then and break them down into what you're going to do this month. What are the checkbox we're going to hit to make sure we stay on track for the annual goals? Highly recommend that. But the way we're gonna make sure our mornings are successful for the year that we spend together in this planner is to make sure you've got your morning moments all good to go and your timeline map completely prepared. Let's start with the morning moments. If you read in the book, Good Morning, Good Life, you know that I believe having a great morning comes down to 3 simple buckets: movement, mindfulness, and mastery. Now, movement's pretty cut and dry. What are we doing to move the body? How are we reminding ourselves, our body really, that it's time to get out of bed and we gotta get going? You might be the type of person that works out first thing. I'm not. My form of movement is skincare. I move the muscles on my face. I've been doing that for a long time. I've been claiming that as my movement for a long time. I also get some upper back pain, so I'll do some stretches in the morning, things to kind of get myself feeling like it's not time to be groggy anymore. We need to eventually be firing at all cylinders, so let's start slowly now. So what are the options that you can write down for movement? It's good to have that list here: stretching, skincare, Pilates, whatever the movement options are that you're excited about, some morning vinyasas. If you have your movement options here, you won't wake up going, what am I doing now for my morning routine? Oh, I'm supposed to move my body? Blah. Yeah. Relatable. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is amazing. This is an opportunity for you to clear the mind, for you to say, I am ready to do great things with my headspace, not hold the grudges or remember all the bad dreams or worry so much that I don't actually do anything positive in my life. I'm too worried being on defense all the time. What are the mindful things you can do? Something like prayer, journaling, a little bit of meditation. Maybe it's reading a book, depending on which category you find that that book falls into for you. Mindfulness is a great moment for you to say, I don't need to check on everyone, my phone, the house, the dishwasher. I can just take a moment for me, sit down and collect my thoughts. Even if I don't know what to think yet, I'm gonna do something that sets me up for success to have a calm and ready mind. And finally, mastery. Mastery is a great one for those of you who are so worried about all that you're not doing with your life because you don't have time. Mastery is that time that you can give to the things that matter to you. So for instance, if you're a side hustler, you can work on your business in the morning. If you've always wanted to learn a foreign language, maybe we get some time in practicing those vocabulary words. Or maybe you run the scales on the piano so that you get better as a player. Mastery is the time that we put in for something that matters to us, something that's making us better, something that builds out a skill set. These things do not need to be in order. You could do mastery before movement. Movement could be last, whatever the case may be with mindfulness. Maybe that's first for you. It doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter what you do or how long it takes. By simply filling these 3 buckets for yourself and having those moments in the morning, you've started the day on your terms. So have those options ready to go. Now, the timeline map, which is probably my favorite feature in the entire planner because it gets you thinking very differently about your mornings. What time does your morning routine start? Is it 5 a.m.? Sure. You could think of it that way. And all you got to do is get up at 5 and all things will be fabulous. But in all actuality, whether you want to wake up at 5 or you want to wake up at 6, or you don't really need to do nothing till 7, your morning routine starts the night before. And that's why in the timeline map, it's not just about what your morning timeline will be, but your nighttime timeline as well. If you want to wake up at 5 a.m., then you probably need to be asleep by 10 at the absolute latest. I actually think that's a little late, but we'll go with it. And if we're asleep by 10, then we should be in bed by 9:30, just to be safe. And while we're there, I might read a book, help myself fall asleep even faster so that it is 10 p.m. for sure. And if I'm in bed at 9:30, then I'm probably brushing my teeth at 9 o'clock. If I'm doing my nighttime routine by 9 o'clock, and I know I have some shows I want to watch and just some time to veg out, then let's say 7 is some TV time. Scrolly McScrollerson on the phone, relaxed, not stressed. That means I'm probably eating dinner at 6 and checking out of work at 5. My evening routine is setting the tone for getting the things that I want, putting in the time for where I need it done, and what time I need to be asleep so that I can shoot for that wake up time of 5 a.m. Then I know from 5 to maybe 5:30, I'm just kind of waking up. For me, this is usually my movement time. Go to bathroom, brush teeth, wash face, take my medicine. Just do the little things you got to do so that by 5:30, the crusties are out of my eyes and I can look around and figure out my life. I'll also do my reading with my coffee about that time. 6 o'clock into mastery mode. By 6:30, I gotta get ready for the day so that at 7 a.m., I'm ready to take care of the kids as they wake up. Now, you know what? Sometimes, like the weekends, I sleep until 7 because I have nowhere to be. So my kids can be my alarm clock, and that works. And that helps me with later nights on those times. But in general, I follow this every day. Actually, I do follow the 5 a.m. routine even on weekends sometimes just to keep my system going on the cylinders it needs to be operating on in case I have anything crazy pop up. The timing that you do everything for your body is so big. But what's amazing about this is how much better I feel at 7 a.m. when I greet my kids in the morning because I took care of myself before that. And hey, maybe it's not 5 a.m. for you. Maybe it's just 6. Just an hour of you being alone with your thoughts is enough. Have this timeline map figured out for you, whether you use this planner or not. What do the evenings involve that are going to set your mornings up for success? And every week, as you proceed with your life, you can check off movement, mindfulness, and mastery as you go. So as soon as I've gotten my movement in, check. A little bit of mindfulness is done, and my mastery. And when I see those 3 buttons are filled every day, I feel like I can go through whatever life has in store for me. Other honorable mentions for a great morning: the sticker pack in the back keeps things fun. And every month you should go through your reflection. What did you learn about your experience and the time you gave yourself this month? Go through that reflection every month and learn something new for the next month, so you're always getting better at starting the day on your terms. So that is the Good Morning Good Life Planner. That's how it helps set you up for better mornings, and everything you want to know about how I came up with the idea for these is in the book Good Morning Good Life. So all of this is available at Amy Landino Co. I hope you'll check it out. For those of you who've been waiting forever and ever for them to restock, thank you for your patience. We're sending so many pre-orders right now. And I also wanted to say that I love what time of year it is. This is my favorite time of year. I love the holidays. I love getting ready for a new year. I love that I have a planner now that is the entire reason why I feel like I have something more to offer people to have the best year ever. And because of all of those things, I want you to know that if you purchase this planner in the month of December, all proceeds are going to a very, very special cause, something close to my heart. I will leave the details of it in the description down below. But I felt very compelled that if I wanted to share that my product was back, I wanted that moment that you decide to take each day by the horns and make it amazing to also affect other people and make their lives amazing going forward. So check out the charitable cause that I will be donating proceeds to for the entire month of December, should you decide to make a purchase at Amy Landino Co. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Remember, subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers.